Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Battle Brothers Let's Play. So in the last episode we went on like one absolutely hellish caravan trip that took us pretty much around the entire map. And we almost went, well, we did go bankrupt briefly. Luckily nobody abandoned us before going bankrupt. And then at the end of the whole thing we found ourselves in a pretty rough battle. So we are not in great shape, although we do have quite a bit of money for our efforts, so that's nice at least. But we've got poor morale across the board, two nasty injuries. This guy nearly lost an ear, and he has a crushed finger. So we'll need to get them treated as soon as we can. He's supposed to be content with being in reserve, but it looks like he's unhappy. Oh, just that he didn't get paid. You'll get paid, man. You'll get paid. Right, well, we need to remedy the situation, and so the best thing I can think to do is to head to Seastadt, where they not only have a temple, but they have a tavern, so we can buy a couple rounds of drinks to get everybody's mood up while we get the injured people treated. Potentially we could do that in like Dornthal or Trockenberg, but we don't know for sure because the caravan trip would not allow us to investigate these places. So it's a bit of a risk, and this is a sure thing. I say we do it because I would kind of like to get back to doing some work for the white and blue faction anyways. So we're gonna head in that direction and pray that our company stays together here as we travel out there. It's going to be a longer trip because we're not moving along roads, and we do have to cross water, at least in small portions. But we'll get there, and hopefully everybody will remain with us for the entirety of the journey. And then we can, you know, kind of take care of our problems. Alright, here we are. So, they do have a lot of work for us, but before we... Oh, did everybody heal on the way? Well, that's handy. We'll still get everybody treated, because that's kind of important. Or, excuse me, not treated. We'll buy them some drinks. I don't care about rumors. I want to raise spirits, so let's do one there. One person's content, and one person is drunk. Great, so that did pretty much nothing. Do I want to risk another? There we go. A few more people are content, but now 2 people are drunk. So that didn't really help. Uhtred is drunk, and who else is drunk? Volkart. Well, one of you might have to sit, but we've got a few people that aren't in exactly fighting shape here, or at least his armor's not. What's the effect of that again? Wow, that's pretty substantial. God damn. Well, let's see what the jobs are, because we might not find ourselves in a fight straight away. Actually, do we have any tools here before I jump to... Oh my god. Maybe after we do the job? Because clearly something is affecting their prices, yeah. So what's this one? Cargo delivered to Hufschlag. Not ideal, but we'll give it a thought. What do we have here? Tracking some brigands down. Okay. 850. That's more what I like to be doing. But we'll see if we're ready for that. And then we have this one. Package to Dornthal. And that is going to be 1420. I will accept, and I'll have to remind myself where Dornthal is. Here. Okay, that's not too bad. What I'm thinking is, since we're here, we can take the job to go track down the bandits who are probably roaming around in here somewhere. Then we can return, collect our money, and then maybe make the delivery to Dornthal, which isn't really all that far. I don't love the idea of going into battle in our current state, but there's not a whole lot to be done about it. How is your armor looking? Okay, so I think Uhtred is gonna sit. No. I really like having Uhtred on the battlefield because he has Bloodthirsty. So he does a whole lot of morale damage to enemies because when he kills somebody, he often like cuts their heads off and stuff, which also makes it easier to preserve armor. But more importantly, it does a lot of morale damage to them. So if I'm going to take anybody... Yeah, but you're content. So your morale wouldn't be as poorly affected. I'm going to put Callahan in his place. At least we'll still be able to target heads with Volkart's Flail. One thing I should do though, if they're going to switch, is I'm going to swap armor. So he can have the busted one while he sits out, and Callahan will get a fully repaired one. Okay, so let's go track down these brigands. Deserted farmstead to the west, I'll accept. Where is that? Oh, it's this here. Okay. We're gonna have to fight in the marshes. That's not fun. Oh, another ambition. So what do we want to do this time? Buy the cart. Attack some undead lairs. Adorn our gear with trophies. That's kind of cool. I don't know if... I don't think the ones we already have would count. So we'd have to like fight more monsters or see if anything we have can be crafted into something. Which I haven't checked in a while, I should. We don't have enough direwolf pelts for another direwolf mantle though, but I like the idea of this one. It's something I'd want to do anyways. Right, so these brigands don't seem to want to let me attack this place, and I don't really want to fight them because they're essentially equivalent to us. However, we're not in, you know, peak fighting condition right now. Is there like a militia that might back me up here? Hey, Tiefenstad company, why don't you get over here? Yeah, get in on that. Alright, so there's the militia. We could join. I don't know how many of them are left. Yeah, we'll get in there. Okay, so we're scattered back here. It looks as though the fight is all happening this way. Kind of strange. It won't let me pan the camera very far to either direction. So let's just start moving up. And let's see what's happening. Let's see. We're unlikely to really get much of anything here, but I figured, you know, we might be able to get some experience or loot without any real risk to ourselves, because obviously there's, you know, like what, 27 other people here fighting on our side, so it's relatively safe. But I don't know where the battle's actually happening. I assume it's up here, and they're coming at each other from either side, but until we get up there I can't really say. I wish it spawned me a little bit closer to the fight. Okay, well there's an ally there. As much as I like our heraldry, I wish I'd picked something that reads a little bit better on a shield and armor. Because I'd really love to, you know, have our guys looking like this, where they're, you know, pretty professional looking in uniform. I don't know how viable that's going to be for us. I don't even know if you can get surcodes with your, you know, heraldry on them, but even if we can, our heraldry is a little bit busy. And I don't think it's going to, like, it doesn't look great on these shields. Although the kite shields are certainly better than the round shields in that regard. Okay, so I can finally see the enemy. They are apparently just due north. I don't know why these guys are being so passive. It looks like the militia has taken the brunt of the damage here, but we're slowly making our way up there. It's just taking forever. Alright, so this battle is nearing its end. The enemy has 8 left, but they're falling pretty quickly here. I still haven't gotten anybody into melee combat, but I've been trying to contribute as much as I can with, you know, missile fire. This guy with that giant crossbow has just been tearing people apart. Somebody went down there. I didn't quite catch who it was. But yeah, I've really yet to be able to do much, if anything, here. I'm firing into melee, which I shouldn't be doing, but I don't think it matters if I accidentally wound a friendly. I don't think that they'll care much. Orca will get a chance to stab at somebody, though. And unfortunately, he was blocked, even though the guy was stunned. So that's a pretty poor reflection of our skill here. Not exactly making these professionals too impressed. Well, Ulrich just broke that guy's morale, and he might get a swing at somebody, if we're lucky. Oh, and that guy stole our kill. I don't think we'll get any XP out of this, because we'll be very lucky to kill anybody. We might get some loot, though. And that's really the only saving grace here, because otherwise this was just a big waste of time. I should have just let them handle it. Right, so Aldrich's going to get a stab, finally. And, again, we were blocked. Franklin's going to get a shot here. And I'm going to try to target the guy in the back there, because he's basically dead. No dice, though. That guy's broken now. And is this militia guy going to steal a kill? Damn. I don't know that anybody back here is going to be able to get into the fight. Let's see. If you step to, like, there, you might be able to shoot the guy in the back. Nope, not even close. Not even remotely close. Alright, Orca, try to steal this one. Oh, you were so close. The guy has like 2 hit points left. And then Militia steals it. Ulrich, why don't you step to there? And I'm going to do a round swing, even though this is a little bit risky. I don't think we really did much there. Luckily, the friendly guy blocked it. I can't target anyone from there. If you get to there, that's slightly elevated. No, still nothing. Alright, so we're down to the last enemy. I do have Richard in adjacent to him, but I don't think anybody else is going to be able to get close. And he'll probably die to the militia before I can actually get out there. Or get back around to attack him. Hopefully the archers on all sides are wise enough not to target him, because we'll probably get shot in the back or something. Okay, so the guy landed a hit. Enemy retreats. I'm just gonna say it's over. I have no desire to continue this. Nobody gained any XP or took any damage, and we got no loot. So absolute waste of time. Right, well, the one positive to come from that was that the local forces were able to deal with that threat for us, and we didn't have to waste any of our effort on dealing with it, so we can go straight for what our actual target was, which is the deserted farmstead. Are we going to be able to get in here before night falls? We've got many thugs and a poacher, so not anything too bad here. 1 archer and a couple of poorly equipped bandits. Okay, we're in a very, very poor terrain position here. We're basically standing in the water while they're on solid ground. That is not where we want to be. But otherwise, we do have pretty much every other advantage we could have on these guys. So, let's see. Who's our best chance to hit here? Looks like 46 is as good as we're going to get, and this guy has virtually no armor, so let's target him. And we're short. I'm going to defer to them and see what they decide to do. If they want to come meet me here, then I'll stand my ground. But otherwise, we might have to go attack them. Or at least somebody finally landed something. It looks like they're content to move up a little bit, but they are going to stand on the solid ground. They're not going to advance beyond that, which is wise. So I'll have to figure out how I want to approach this. Because I'm going to be, yeah, minus 25. If I force them to come to me, at the very least, we'll all have a minus 25, but at this rate, I don't know if we'll be able to do that. I didn't mean to put his shield up, oh well. So I'm just going to wait. We have more archers, so I can sit back and just riddle them with arrows. They don't really have that luxury. Okay. Do me a favor, kill their archer. Or just, you know, shoot the ground. That's fine too. What are you gonna do? Okay, so he's gonna step into the water. Good. Please shoot him. Thank you. Hassan, shoot that guy. Oh my god. Sometimes this is just pathetic. Okay, so they are willing to advance. They're just a little bit apprehensive about it. But I'm pretty pleased with that because now they're in the same terrain that I am. And so if we decide to advance here... Man, that's going to build up so much fatigue too. I think I'm going to continue to wait. Again, we have the range advantage, so I don't have to move. Whereas, you know, eventually they're just going to get shot so much that they kind of have to do something. Okay, they're forming a line here. Not willing to advance there. All you guys are just gonna pass your turns, and we'll let the archers take another volley. Franklin, let's see, 54, 54, 54. Try to kill him. Thank you for that. Aldrich, why don't you wait? John, I wish you had a clear line of sight on the poacher. Go ahead and try anyways. Nice. So they're completely done in terms of ranged weapons now. Shoot the... Nice, another kill. Okay, so yeah, they've been forced to engage us now because otherwise we're just going to sit back and shoot them. Hopefully the rest will advance because I have no desire to waste fatigue moving up in this terrain. Perfect. And Callahan, just lay into him. No point in playing this defensively. Bit surprised that they still haven't closed with us because I will just continue to rain arrows on them. They've both broken. Let's just advance at this point. Fight's virtually over now. And we want to make sure that they don't get away. So now it is worth wasting a bit of fatigue. Good job. Orca, you can just stay there and stab him. Okay, let's get you to there. No dice, and we didn't get anybody on him. I should have let them switch or something. 56. Yeah, if you kill him, we can chase after, so perfect. And John, that's really the only target you have. Hassan, yeah, don't let him get away. Oh my god, you guys are awful. Perfect. Aldrich, keep helping here. Let's see, if you move there, you can stab him. No. That's a miss. Well, now we've got multiple people on each enemy, so it should be pretty straightforward from here. We just gotta clean them up. I've been thinking, after this playthrough, I'd like to do another, but with some sort of handicap. I think it'd be really cool to do like a strictly... And I know I've been complaining about spears a lot in this playthrough. We'll run them down. We've already got them surrounded. Because they have been nerfed pretty considerably, but I still really like them as weapons. I like the whole spear wall thing. I'd love to try to emulate like hoplites to a degree in this game. So one thing I'd like to do is a playthrough where we maybe strictly use, for melee weapons anyways, like spears and pikes. So like the front line will all be spears and shields, and the back line will all be pikes, and then maybe we'll have a couple archers just because ranged weapons are really good in this. Come on, guys. But I think that would be a fun playthrough. And we can go up against undead or something where the spears will be a little bit more useful. Just so we're not like completely useless. But I think that would be a lot of fun, and I can try to find some mods. I know there's a mod that lets you go over 12 fighters, but it wasn't very stable at the time that we started this playthrough, so I didn't bother with it. But maybe by the time we start that one, it will be. And so we could have like this big, like 25-man, like hoplite formation. Just as the battle ends and things begin to quiet, you hear a man shouting. You move toward the noise to find a prisoner of the brigands. He's got ropes over his mouth and hands, which you quickly undo. As he catches his breath, he meekly asks if maybe he could join your outfit. Why not? We can always cut him loose later. The prisoner grins from ear to ear as you wave him in. A few brothers ask what weapons they should give him, but you shrug and figure you'll see to yourself what to arm the man with. See to it yourself, maybe? I feel like it's missing a word there. Anyway, let's have a look at him. We have Arnold here, so we'll get him a new name. He is very defensively inclined here. So he's small, meaning he's a smaller target. So while he does less melee damage because he's physically weaker, he is harder to hit and therefore has better defense. He's also got 2 stars worth of potential in both types of defense. But he is short-sighted, which means that he's not really going to be much use in ranged combat. It effectively is shortening his range by 1. Well, let's get you in some armor. I think the best I have is patched mail. And since you're going to be a melee fighter, we should give you the best available. And then we can give you padded nasal helm. And just like that, you already look like a proper warrior. We don't have anybody that uses war picks. Not that that matters. I'll go ahead and give you that though. And I'll give you this shield here. And somebody really should have this kite shield. I don't know why we haven't handed that out yet. Who's been with us the longest? Richard. Uhtred has, but like, I like keeping Uhtred a little bit light. So I think Richard's going to get this one. And then we'll level up Maynard while we're here. 4, 4, and I think 3. Being able to hit stuff is a real problem for us, and so that will certainly help. Do I want to make him a Mace Master? I don't know. I don't know if I like maces enough to like dedicate somebody to it. I think hammers are better weapons for late game. So maybe when I get a hammer, I can spec him into that. In the meantime, I could give him Colossus, potentially. Or rotation is good. Backstabber is good as well. Especially if you have a lot of people with it. Tough call. And I like dodge. Even though initiative can be hard to come by. Actually, I think given his position, underdog is what I'm going to give him. So what this does is it removes defensive penalties for being surrounded, which is something that happens to him and Volkart quite frequently because they're out on the flank. So for somebody on the flank, that's a really good perk to have. In the middle, it's not as relevant. Okay, so there we go. Let's return to town to collect our pay. And there we have it. We got our money. I hope the prices here are better now. It looks like they should be. They're still terrible. Let's see. We're gonna sell that. Oh, we got more than it was worth. All of this can go as well. Is that worth keeping? It's better than some of this other junk. This is the worst armor we have, so we'll get rid of that. We'll keep this. And I'm pretty pleased with everything else we have, although I don't know that I need all of these crossbows either. We'll see. I'm not going to get rid of it just yet, because I don't need the money, so there's no point in unloading it just for the sake of unloading it. Any food while we're here? Yeah. I'll buy tools somewhere else. And the hook blade is kind of tempting, just because we're still rocking a pitchfork. But I think I'd rather save the money for armor. Okay, so let's grab this one, I think. Yeah. And then we head to Dornthal, which is right back the direction we came, but we haven't visited Dornthal yet, even though we did technically go through there. The game just wouldn't let me stop and check it out. Okay, here we are. That was pretty easy money. They do have a bit of work here, and also a temple, but again, nobody to heal. Let's see if they have reasonably priced tools. Nope, still pretty ridiculous. God, the bread. 250. I will buy a paint set. And I'm curious what I can do with this orange and red paint. I feel like that's as close as we're going to get to sort of our colors. So I'd like to try it out. I know it's a bit of a waste. And then there's also just plain red, but we kind of know what that will look like. We have helmets that are already painted red. So nothing really doing there. Nothing really doing here other than this job. Grave robbers are plundering the cemetery. I'll accept that offer. I don't know if I want to necessarily do it just yet. I'm going to ask for some time, because before we call it a day, I'd actually like to go up to Trockenberg here, which is a proper city with walls. And I want to see if maybe they have an armorer there. And we'll look at armor with the considerable money that we've built up. If they have some stuff, we'll go ahead and buy it. But we might return here to do that job, because I think it'll actually be fairly easy. It is only one skull after all. Okay, so no work. They do have an armorer though. So there's actually some pretty cool stuff here, and some things I haven't seen yet. Heraldic shoulder plates, that's pretty cool. I want to buy those. I don't remember if... I think somebody said that you can actually remove things that you've added to armor. Because I don't want to like burn these on something that isn't going to last. But there is some cool stuff here, like this leather scale, the mail hauberk, which I really want to see if we can recolor. This says it only works on shields. This only works on helmets. So I don't know if we can get like our own heraldic stuff, which is a real bummer. I mean, this is like more or less the right color at least. This is pretty cool. I like a lot of these, to be honest. Let's buy this and this. And I will buy these just because they're pretty rare. I don't really see them around. And that's probably all I'll spend, because that is quite a bit. I really like this helmet. Okay. We'll jump in here. Ulrich, I really like your armor, but you kind of need armor the most of anybody here. With, you know, no shield and all that. So... let's see. I'll take this off of you and we'll give you this. Then, I'm going to apply this to your armor. I was hoping that those would reflect like our heraldry or something. I guess I should have expected them to look exactly how they look. I wonder how your armor would look with that. Can't really see it, to be honest. His beard is still in the way. So let's move some stuff around here. How good is this now? 190, so it did improve it pretty considerably. And that frees up your armor. I don't know who should really have it, to be honest. Maybe Uhtred? Although I think it is... no, it's the same. Actually, no, this is a little bit better, right? So Uhtred can have that. Although, you look so, like, wimpy now. He looked so big before with the coat on, but now he looks so small. We'll see. We'll try to find him. We'll try to get more of these direwolf pelts for one. But that does give us a couple of armor upgrades now. So Grim, you deserve an upgrade. And I suppose Bartle should have one. We'll give you that. But I'm actually going to have you swap out for Callahan. Yeah. And that gives me 2 of these worn mail shirts, which can go to the pikemen. So you guys could all have leather armor now. I don't know if that's necessary, but we'll do it because we have plenty of them. And I should probably sell some of these at this point. Okay, so get rid of 3 of those, and I think I'll keep the rest. Sure. So I can paint a helmet. I wonder if I can paint one of these. Let's see if it'll let me paint this one, because I like the red sash on there. No? Okay, so it has to be like a plain helmet. Let's do this one, maybe? Huh. Does it have to be like... I don't know if anybody's wearing the worst ones. So put this on. So we can paint that one. Oh, I don't like that, though. Well, that was a bit of a waste, but at least we know now. We'll sell it or something. That doesn't look like... It's supposed to be red and orange, right? That looks like orange and yellow to me. And then I had this, which will apply to his shield. Okay. And I think that's where we'll leave it for today. I probably should have saved some money for a pike. I can still afford it, but it'll leave me pretty much bankrupt if I do. It is tempting, though. We could certainly use one. You know what, here, I'll ditch the flail. We'll buy this, and then I'll sell the pitchfork as well. So now, Aldrich the pike actually has a pike. Imagine that. Get rid of that, and... could get rid of the Morning Star, too, just to give us a little bit more cushion. I do have a lot of extra weapons. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. So, we'll leave it there for today. In the next episode, I think we'll go back to Dornthal and do the cemetery quest. And we'll probably try to push west again after that. Because I do want to get back to this territory. It just kind of worked out that we were able to make really good money down here. I am a bit disappointed about this armor here. I would really like to recolor it, and honestly, the little shoulder things are kind of lame. I'm just not feeling it, really. I'll have to decide like what sort of armor I want to be our uniform, if we kind of go for that, but we'll see. We may never get that far. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Battle Brothers with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.